Hello Libra, hello and welcome into your general tarot card reading for the first week of February of 2019. So we will be covering the 1st to the 7th of Feb over here. And Libra, what are cards you're having? And I had this little giggle when I looked at them. So what do we have here? We have the Fool, we have 7 of Cups, we have 7 of Pentacles, so you have 7 twice, energy of 7. And then there's this additional card over here, it's Rune. This rune is called Urus. And Urus is representing ox, strength of the ox. However, it's quite often linked with the power and manhood and a wild, some say a wild bull. Nevertheless, both with the Fool and Urus, they're representing new beginnings. And there is something new that's going to kicking off this week for you, Libra. So starting with, and it's something about what just came through here, Libra, it's something about a cycle and choices. And let me just dive into those cards for you first, and then I'm going to explain the deeper meaning behind them. So the Fool is representing, you see, he's on a quest. He's kind of opening a new chapter in his life. And some would say he's on a crossroads, but I would say he's embracing the new, the possibility. He wants something new from life. So there might be, Libra, a very strong drive for you to go for something else. So embrace new possibilities, new ways of being. And because Fool is represented by 0, 0 is representing this energy of that is an energy of the Big Bang, because 0 is kind of linked with that concept of a cosmic eye. So this is all about something bursting into your consciousness. So because you also have this white sun over here, sun is also representing, and white sun is representing this highest form of consciousness. So you're driven by some kind of imperative, almost like, to do something else, to go for it and to embrace it, because the Fool is kind of not dressed properly for this endeavor. If you're going to look at it, he's kind of very flamboyant, standoffish, but he's high up in the mountains, so he's not dressed properly for the occasion. So that might be indication, even though, Libra, you have that very strong drive, you don't really know what the future might entail, but you're choosing to take this leap of faith. And the Fool has this black stick with him. That means he is, or you, Libra, you are not fully conscious of your own potential. The bundle suggests you have skills, you have abilities that you might have overlooked or not appreciated, or some kind of talents that you are not yet realizing. The dog is your instinct kind of thing, and is and I see it as a very playful thing over here. So with the 7 of Cups and with the 7 of Pentacles over here, 7 of Cups, in a way, it's quite often called a card of choices, and you might be spoiled for the choice. Sometimes people say, well, they kind of represent the deadly 7 sins. But what I would say here for you, what I'm getting, that whatever choices you're going to go for, you have to use your common sense. And you have to be realistic. What comes to this decision making? I really strongly feel that you should be grounded, down to earth, and at the same time not overthinking, not overanalyzing. And if you're going to make that decision, ask yourself, does it feel right? So if that sits right with your gut, do it. So basically it's those 7 of Cups that encouraging you Libra, to have the courage and confidence in using your abilities to your full potential. So whatever choices you're going to make them with confidence. Don't double guess yourself. And I cannot stress enough how strongly I'm hearing this, that this is a call for rational analysis over here. That's what is coming when comes to the 7 of Cups. There's another aspect that just came through, and this 7 of Cups is also prompting you, Libra, to let go of things that used to be, the ideas that you used to have, and to kind of break the regular routine and patterns, and open yourself to the new opportunities. So this kind of links very much with the Fool again. So it's almost whatever framework, whatever belief system, whatever you believed you should be, or how the thing's supposed to be, or what you were striving for, it's almost you're going to have that new opening. And because the Urus sits here as additional commentary, and Urus also speaks about new beginnings that quite often require the change, and this sort of change where it's almost like, I'm going to try to explain the best as I can. So the Urus kind of stands for this growth in our lives, stands for the things that they have to leave behind. And I think the 7 of Cups does speaking of it very, very strongly. 7 of Pentacles over here, it's kind of weaker in this reading, but I'm going to come back to it because Urus is just, he's just keep going. So I'm going to just relay whatever he's saying. So this kind of life energy that you had it within you was kind of very constrained. It was kept under wraps, so to speak, was not allowed to express itself, and now it's going to kind of burst into the being. And it's, in a way, it's going to represent this rebirth, and that might be rebirth of you, of your true self, but also things that are going to come to your consciousness, to your awareness. And in order for you to go for that change, to which Fool is saying you're bracing but you're not quite prepared, sometimes this change is hiding itself in a costume of loss. So the 7 of Cups is talking about these choices, and some of the things you have to let go of. So that might be the indication here of the loss. But at the same time, it's representing this idea, in order to allow this change, you have to be true to yourself. And that is the most important part of it in here. And when comes to the 7 of Wands, you see the Fool has the black stick, the pole. So Fool is unconscious of his potential. The gardener, that's how I call this chap in my book, he's a gardener. So he is also unconscious of things that he has already achieved. And 7 over here is a very strong vibration. 7 speaks of inner wisdom. 7 is representing learning and understanding. Sometimes it speaks about, 7 can be speaking about very strong psychic abilities, but also spiritual abilities, but I would say patience, because 7 of Pentacles speaks of patience. And seven quite often indicate the choice between material security and creative inspiration. So once again, there is this theme of choices over here, and because of that, and it's another thing just came through. 7 of Cups is talking about reaping rewards as well. What I just heard, it was you're going to start seeing the results of your labor. You might be there might not be a solid financial reward coming as yet. You might not see it. Some of you will, some of you won't. It's a general reading, but this is translating to the seven of Pentacles here. It's strong, so just came. So with those 7 of Pentacles, it's representing changes are coming, because you see one of those Pentacles, even though it's on the ground, it's just rolled off that growth. So this is indication of growth in process, and this is all about waiting and not knowing what you're going to gain out of it. It speaks of investment that is yet the outcome is yet not known, and with and it's something to do with the solitude. I just heard solitude. So if you're going to look at those cards, Libra, you have the 7, and they're representing the solitude. In the 4, you have your intuition, your gut feeling as your companion over here. So I think the overall message here is, like I started, it's a new beginning. Choices, they have to be made with the common sense, but those choices, because they're going to be like a new phase in your life, they're going to require letting go of certain things that are in a way the old you, and they're not longer needed to be taken on this new journey. So Libra, that is the overall reading and messages for you for the first week of Feb. You take care and bye. If this reading has resonated with you, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please feel free to go to my website www.tarotwithmishka.co.uk, or alternatively you can email me at mishka@tarotwithmishka.co.uk. If you'd like to find me on Facebook, just simply type in Tarot with Mishka. I would like to say a massive thank you for tuning in, and bye for now.